Hey Shabon and Gunnar in the house, back with another Arsenal News episode. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I had to make an Arsenal News because, of course, after the game, you know that you get a lot of content to make it. So I'm actually going all out for it. So let's just jump into the news that we have here for it. A big win, 5 in 5, ladies and gentlemen, that Arsenal have actually done. So let's just jump into the first thing. Nicola Pepe, of course, a brace tonight. Crazy stuff. Nicola Pepe now has a same number of Premier League goals as Havertz, Pulisic and Ziyech put together this season. 10 goals from Nicola Pepe in the Premier League. Double. He's done the double figures of goals, ladies and gentlemen. How crazy is that? And also, Nicola Pepe has scored in 3 consecutive games. He scored against West Brom. He's got a brace after that. And of course, today he's got a brace as well. So, Crystal Palace game as well. So 3 games, continuous goal scoring of 5 in 3 for Nicola Pepe. The man is definitely coming up well. And talking about a man, Joe Willock did something super special tonight. Went through from his own half to the opposition's half and scored a goal, dribbling, losing the ball once, getting it back and shooting with power and panache. Joe Willock has now scored more Premier League goals than the following players this season. Number 1, Kevin De Bruyne. Number 2, Mason Mount. Number 3, Jack Grealish. Number 4, James Rodriguez. Number 5, Christian Pulisic. Number 6, Kai Havertz. Number 7, Bukayo Saka. Number 8, Mason Greenwood. Number 9, Timo Werner. Number 10, Anthony Martial. Number 11, Paul Pogba, and he's played only for half a season for Newcastle. My goodness, he scored more goals than the 11 players that I mentioned, and he has scored 8 Premier League goals for Newcastle since joining on loan from Arsenal in February. The top Premier League scorers for Arsenal in that time are Aubameyang and Lacazette. Both have scored 5. Well, Ciaran Kelly tweets out after the Joe Willock performance. He says, had been a flat enough opening from Newcastle. Punts forward with no focal point, but that's the X factor Willock gives you. Few players in the Premier League can break from deep like that and finish. A fitting reminder in the final game of loan spell, Newcastle United have to throw everything at this deal. Joe Willock is the second Newcastle player in the Premier League history to score in 7 consecutive league games. You know who the first one is? Alan Shearer. Well, that's crazy. Crazy stuff. He matched Alan Shearer's Newcastle FC record of scoring 7 goals in 7 consecutive games. Luke Edwards tweets out, wow, Joe Willock, get the deal bloody signed. Whatever it takes, if Newcastle have anything about them as a football club, they have to sign him. They're damn desperate to sign Joe Willock. But here's Achraf Hakimi in tonight's game that saw them actually, I don't know if they won or not, but Achraf Hakimi makes it clear he wants to stay at Inter Milan. This is what Fabrizio Romano tweets out. It's a 3-0 victory for, I guess, Inter Milan against Udinese tonight. Hakimi makes it clear he wants to stay at Inter despite rumours about Bayern and Arsenal. He's not planning to leave the club this summer, according to Fabrizio Romano. And Arsenal director Josh Kroenke attended the match against Brighton. Now, David Ornstein also mentioned that Josh Kroenke is attending the game amid fans' protests against KSE ownership. Also at London Colney yesterday, addressing Arteta and players in the dressing room. First visit since early 2020. Now, according to Mirror Football, the English side in the Europa Conference League competition will enter in the final playoff stage with the first leg of that on August 19. That is a Thursday after the opening weekend of the new Premier League season, with the second leg the following week. Who cares? We are not in it anyways. It means players who face a shortened break and pre-season because of the Euros will have to come back into the schedule, including 4 games in the first 14 days of the new campaign. The group stage begins in earnest at the end of the September, with matches played on a Thursday. Anyways, so Arsenal Supporters Club have actually bought in this kind of a banner right outside the Emirates Stadium, and that's the beauty of them. They tweet out, our message directly opposite the stadium for everyone attending today, staff, directors and Arsenal supporters. Hashtag Kroenke out. Hashtag fans in. Also, Arteta said before the game, the other top teams, they are going to go big in the summer. There are 5 teams that everybody is supposed to think that they have. So they are going to invest. They're going to improve their squads, and they're not going to stop where they are. There's no other way to do it to improve Arsenal. Former Everton striker Marcus Bent lives locally close to Ryan Bertrand, said that he bumped into him and quizzed him about those Emirates link. He said, Arsenal linked with him. I asked him yesterday. He kind of smiled at me and didn't give me an answer. I haven't spoken to him since, but with the likes of Arsenal and him talking to them, If that is going to happen, that is the future for him. He's top of the table and a good squad player to have around the club. Let's see if that is going to be happening or not. Well, as we speak, ladies and gentlemen, this was the protest before the game tonight. Arsenal fans they came up with the hashtag Kroenke out, hashtag fans in, Cornish Gunners. Yes, they had a message put out on a plate to Kroenke. Kroenke out, it's time to go. You know the legendary words. But this is the table of the 2020-2021 Premier League, ladies and gentlemen. Arsenal miss out on the top 4 by 6 points. It was crazy. It was really, really crazy. Also, Martin Odegaard was the last Arsenal player to leave the pitch, clapping and waving goodbye to the fans of the Emirates Stadium. Probably his last game for Arsenal this season, or rather overall. You never know. Well, Nicolas Pepe turns agent, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Nicolas Pepe turns agent as towards the end of the game he was seen talking to his ex-mate Yves Bissouma, having a lengthy chat as the pair leave the pitch after the full-time whistle. Of course, he's tapping Yves Bissouma to Arsenal surely. And there were chants of "We want Kroenke out" by Arsenal fans ringing. It was heard ringing around the Emirates Stadium as well. And Yannick Bolasie was seen to watch Arsenal's game. He's an Arsenal fan, but Everton winger who's on loan at Middlesbrough was seen to watch this game of Arsenal. Well, Joe Willock became the 9th player in the Premier League history to score in 7 consecutive matches, and the second Newcastle player to do so after Alan Shearer. You know it's good. You know it is damn good. And this was the balloon that I was talking about in the live. Yes. It was strategically, it was supposed to, it's biodegradable. It's mentioned on the balloon. So in the specific minute, I think 49th minute, the people actually who had this released it, and this was seen on the pitch at the 49th minute. 49th minute we saw that happen. So, and yes, every Newcastle fan wants only one player, and that is Joe the Blow Willock. Joe Willock has been doing it for them. Every Newcastle fan is tweeting out that we want Joe Willock. We only want Joe Willock. And Tierney had a message for the fans. He says, they've been with us through it all, through hard times. I'm delighted to have them back today before the game. And talking about Saka's versatility, Mikel Arteta had this to say. He says, I think he had periods where he has played really well as a fullback. He has been exceptional on the right wing. He has been really good as well playing as a wing back. I think having that flexibility for him has made him a different player. He's really intelligent, and he can pick things up very quickly and slowly. We will mold him more to the position that we want him to play. Crazy stuff. So, according to Athletic.com, it is understood that Josh spoke to Arsenal squad and delivered a message about the importance of unity and the ownership's plans to build for this future. He is believed to have addressed manager Mikel Arteta and the players in the dressing room at the London Colney. Now, here's what I've got to say about the whole thing. So, Paul Merson, on if Arsenal will finish above Spurs before the game, he said that the way the season has gone, they would take anything. They would take anything. It gives them the bragging rights. It would be just unbelievable. If they finish above Tottenham after the season they've had, it would be unbelievable. So Tierney says it's obviously going to be a big summer for the club. We've got a good team and a great manager. So going forward, if we have our fans in the full stadium, you never know that can happen. It's about being positive, looking to the future, and sticking together. Also, according to Tuttomercato web, Roma winger Cengiz Undea has emerged as a potential summer target for Arsenal. It looks like Arsenal are actually looking at none other than Cengiz Undea. In FIFA is a really good signing, but in real life, he's not been too good. He's attack-minded, yes. Decent with Leicester. Decent, that's all I know. Decent. That's all I can tell you about him. Wow, crazy stuff, man. Crazy stuff. So as things stand, I would like to end this episode. If you want to be a part of my live streams wherein you want to pitch in your views, be my guest. And and follow me on Instagram and Twitter to be a part of it. And as we speak, I think I'm done with this. Thank you so much for tuning in. Consider subscribing.